In the age of digital dreams and filtered fantasies, one young woman from Brazil transformed her passion for fashion into a global phenomenon that has captivated millions. Her story isn't just about striking poses or chasing likes. It's about the relentless pursuit of excellence, the courage to bet on yourself when the world tells you to play it safe, and the extraordinary power of authenticity in an industry built on illusion. This is the story of Luiza Oliveira, a name that has become synonymous with grace, determination, and the new generation of digital fashion icons. Before we dive deeper into this incredible journey, if you're passionate about discovering the stories behind the world's most captivating models and want to stay updated with the latest from the fashion universe, make sure to subscribe to Sweet Models World. Hit that notification bell so you never miss the inspiring stories of the people who are reshaping beauty standards and defining what it means to be truly successful in the modern age. Luiza Oliveira was born on December 21, 1998, in Sao Paulo, Brazil, a city known for its vibrant culture, artistic energy, and the birthplace of some of the world's most stunning models. Growing up in one of South America's most dynamic cities, Luiza was surrounded by color, movement, and an infectious energy that seemed to pulse through the streets. But her childhood wasn't filled with fashion shows and camera flashes. Like many young girls in Brazil, she spent her early years navigating the challenges of adolescence, discovering who she was, and dreaming of a future that felt both impossible and inevitable. From a young age, Luiza possessed something that couldn't be taught in any modeling school or fashion academy. There was an innate elegance in the way she carried herself, a natural confidence that drew eyes without demanding attention. Her friends would often comment on her unique style, the way she could take the simplest outfit and transform it into something editorial-worthy. But Luiza didn't see herself as special. She was just a girl who loved fashion, who spent hours scrolling through magazines and Instagram feeds, dreaming of runways and editorials while sitting in her modest bedroom in Sao Paulo. The turning point came when she was just 16 years old. Social media was exploding in Brazil, and Instagram had become more than just a platform for sharing photos. It was becoming a launchpad for careers, a digital stage where anyone with talent, dedication, and vision could build an empire. Luiza created her Instagram account almost on a whim, posting photos that she'd taken with friends, simple selfies that captured her natural beauty and effortless style. She wasn't trying to become an influencer. She wasn't chasing fame. She was simply sharing moments from her life, expressing herself in the only way that felt authentic. But the universe had different plans for Luiza Oliveira. Within weeks, her follower count began to climb. Hundreds became thousands, and thousands became tens of thousands. People from across Brazil and beyond were drawn to something genuine in her posts, a refreshing authenticity in an increasingly curated digital landscape. Brands started reaching out, small at first, local Brazilian fashion labels looking for fresh faces to represent their collections. Luiza was both terrified and exhilarated. This was the opportunity she'd dreamed about, but it was happening faster than she'd ever imagined. What set Luiza apart from countless other aspiring models and influencers was her unwavering commitment to being herself. In an industry that often demands transformation, that pushes young women to mold themselves into whatever sells, Luiza refused to compromise her identity. She embraced her Brazilian heritage, celebrating her natural features, her sun-kissed skin, and her distinctive look that captured both strength and softness. She understood instinctively what many spend years learning, that true influence doesn't come from pretending to be someone you're not, but from having the courage to show the world exactly who you are. As her Instagram following surged past the 100,000 mark, then 200,000, then 500,000, Luiza's life transformed in ways she could never have anticipated. International brands began taking notice. Fashion scouts from agencies in Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and even abroad started reaching out, recognizing that this young woman had something the industry desperately needed: genuine connection with an audience. In 2017, at just 18 years old, Luiza signed with her first major modeling agency, a decision that would catapult her career into the stratosphere. The transition from Instagram influencer to professional model wasn't as seamless as her social media success might suggest. The modeling industry, for all its glamour and allure, is brutally competitive and unforgiving. Luiza faced rejection after rejection at castings, heard the word no more times than she could count, and experienced moments of crippling self-doubt. There were days when she questioned whether she'd made the right choice, whether she should have pursued a more traditional path, something safer and more predictable. But each time doubt threatened to overwhelm her, she remembered why she started. Not for fame or fortune, but for the pure love of fashion and the desire to inspire other young women who saw themselves in her story. Her breakthrough came when she landed her first major campaign with a renowned Brazilian fashion brand. The campaign showcased Luiza's versatility as a model, her ability to embody both high fashion elegance and accessible, girl-next-door charm. The photos went viral across social media, further cementing her status as one of Brazil's rising fashion stars. Suddenly, opportunities that once seemed impossible became reality. She walked in Sao Paulo Fashion Week, appeared in editorial spreads for major fashion publications, and collaborated with international brands that had been staples of her own Instagram feed just years before. What makes Luiza's journey particularly remarkable is how she's used her platform to advocate for body positivity and authentic representation in fashion. In an industry historically dominated by a narrow definition of beauty, Luiza has been vocal about the importance of diversity, of celebrating different body types, skin tones, and backgrounds. She's shared her own struggles with body image, her experiences with criticism and online negativity, and her process of learning to love herself unconditionally. These vulnerable moments have only deepened her connection with her audience, transforming casual followers into a loyal community that sees Luiza not just as a model to admire, but as a friend who understands their struggles. By 2019, Luiza's Instagram following had exploded to over 1 million followers, a milestone that felt both surreal and validating. But numbers, she insists, were never the point. What mattered was the impact she was having on young women across Brazil and around the world. The messages she received daily from girls who felt inspired by her journey, who found the courage to pursue their own dreams because they saw Luiza doing it first. These were the true measures of her success. She had become more than a model or an influencer. She had become a symbol of possibility, proof that with hard work, authenticity, and unwavering self-belief, dreams that seem impossible at 16 can become reality by 20. Her fashion influence extends far beyond simply posting beautiful photos. Luiza has developed a keen eye for trends, an ability to predict and shape what her audience wants to see and wear. She's collaborated with designers on capsule collections, partnered with beauty brands to create products that reflect her aesthetic, and used her platform to spotlight emerging Brazilian designers who might otherwise struggle to gain international recognition. She understands that her influence comes with responsibility, and she's committed to using it in ways that uplift others and contribute positively to the fashion ecosystem. The years that followed brought even greater success. Luiza expanded her reach beyond Instagram to other platforms, building a presence on YouTube where she shares behind-the-scenes glimpses into her life as a model, fashion hauls, and candid conversations about the realities of her career. Her YouTube content reveals a different side of Luiza, more personal, more vulnerable, more real than the carefully curated Instagram feed. This multi-platform approach has allowed her to connect with her audience on deeper levels, creating multiple touchpoints for engagement and building a brand that transcends any single social media platform. Professionally, Luiza has graced the pages of numerous fashion magazines, both in Brazil and internationally. Each editorial shoot, each campaign, each runway walk has added another layer to her already impressive portfolio. She's worked with photographers who are legends in the industry, shared sets with models she once idolized, and traveled to fashion capitals around the world: Paris, Milan, New York, London. But despite the glamorous locations and high-profile projects, Luiza remains grounded, never forgetting the girl from Sao Paulo who started with nothing but a dream and a smartphone. Her approach to fashion is both aspirational and accessible. While she showcases high-end designer pieces and walks runways for luxury brands, she also shares affordable fashion finds, styling tips that anyone can incorporate into their wardrobe, and honest reviews of products and trends. This balance has made her relatable to a broad audience, from fashion students to working professionals to young women just beginning their own style journeys. Luiza has proven that you don't need an unlimited budget to have great style. You just need vision, creativity, and the confidence to experiment. Behind the success and the stunning Instagram feed is a young woman who works tirelessly to maintain her position in an incredibly competitive industry. Luiza's typical day might include early morning workouts to stay in shape for demanding photo shoots, hours of content creation and planning for her social media channels, casting calls and meetings with brands, and somehow finding time to respond to her community and stay connected with the people who have supported her journey. The glamour is real, but so is the hustle. The difference between those who make it and those who don't in the influencer and modeling world isn't luck. It's the willingness to outwork everyone else while making it look effortless. Luiza's influence on fashion extends to her impact on trends within Brazil and beyond. When she wears something, posts about a style, or endorses a product, her audience pays attention. This influence has made her a valuable partner for brands looking to connect with the coveted millennial and Gen Z demographics. But Luiza is selective about her partnerships, only working with brands that align with her values and aesthetic. She's turned down lucrative deals that didn't feel authentic, understanding that her greatest asset isn't her follower count. It's the trust her audience places in her recommendations and opinions. As of today, Luiza Oliveira stands as one of Brazil's most prominent fashion influencers and models, with a social media following that continues to grow and evolve. Her Instagram showcases a life that many dream of: exotic locations, designer clothes, exclusive events, and the kind of beauty that stops scrolling thumbs mid-swipe. But her true legacy isn't the photos or the follower count. It's the door she's opened for other Brazilian models, the standards she's challenged within the fashion industry, and the young women she's inspired to believe that they too can transform their passion into their profession. Her story reminds us that success in the modern age looks different than it did for previous generations. You don't need to wait for someone to discover you, to give you permission, or to believe in your dream before you start pursuing it. Luiza created her own opportunities, built her own platform, and wrote her own rules in an industry known for gatekeeping and exclusivity. She proved that authenticity is more powerful than perfection, that connection matters more than polish, and that the courage to be yourself is the ultimate competitive advantage. The journey from a 16-year-old girl posting selfies in Sao Paulo to an internationally recognized fashion influencer and model hasn't been easy. There have been sacrifices, moments of doubt, criticism from strangers, and the constant pressure to maintain relevance in an industry that moves at lightning speed. But through it all, Luiza has remained committed to her vision, true to herself, and grateful for every opportunity. She understands that her platform is a gift, one that comes with the responsibility to inspire, uplift, and pave the way for those who will come after her. Luiza Oliveira's biography is still being written. At just 26 years old, she has decades ahead of her to continue evolving, growing, and impacting the fashion world. But already, her legacy is clear. She represents the democratization of fashion, the power of social media to create opportunities that didn't exist before, and the importance of staying true to yourself even when the pressure to conform is overwhelming. She's shown us that influence isn't about how many people follow you, it's about how deeply you connect with them and how positively you impact their lives. This is the story of Luiza Oliveira, a Brazilian beauty who turned Instagram into an empire and proved that the future of fashion belongs to those brave enough to create it themselves.